that you got, man. But
Right.
with that being said, though, man, let's move on to the second topic. So, over across the pond, it's been a number of years that we've heard two gentlemen by the name of Amir Khan and Kell Brook chirping back and forth. It's been hot and cold. It's been trash talk. It's been the fight is gonna happen this spring. Nope, it's gonna happen in the winter. Nope, it's gonna happen in the summer. Oh, it's not happening at all. Now suddenly, after both of these fighters are arguably on the downside of their boxing careers, it's finally time to make the money fight over there in London between Khan versus Brook. So it's finally happened, I believe, February 19th over there. What do you expect to happen with this fight, Q? Is it a fight that you even care to see at this point? What do you think about Amir Khan versus Kell Brook happening in London?
Well, man, I actually, at this point, because a lot of the fights that we clamoring for, other than Gary Russell and Magsayu, um, it a lot of them don't have dates. The fact that this has a date, I am excited about it because one, the matchup I already like anyway. I want to see them get it on back in their prime, but they both have been knocked out by Canelo and Triple G respectfully. Moving up, jumping weight classes, and Terrence Crawford had both
Yep,
stopped both of
but
them also. So they got a
right.
lot in common. And at the end of the day, right now, I think it's still a fight. It's still a fight to see. We don't know how much either guy have left in the tank, but personally, I'm favoring Kell Brook, which I would have been favoring him back in the day in their prime. I'm favoring
Ooh.
Kell Brook just because I
Okay.
think I think he has more fundamental skills and he's defensively sound more so. I think he has a better chin also than and plus because my thing with Amir Khan once he gets hurt, and I think that Kell Brook he got a lot winded up in this fight because Khan been badgering him for so long, and he
Hey
finally
man,
finna get in
hey,
this
hey, he gonna
ring.
have to he gonna have to back it up, bro. He gonna have to back
Yeah,
all
yeah.
that
So I
talk
just
up.
feel like if he get Khan hurt, I just feel like Khan he never really know what to do once he got hurt. And I feel like Brook with that strong jab he got, you know what I'm saying, and the size, I feel like I'm excited. If I had to bet money, I bet on Kell Brook, but I don't know what either fighter have left in the tank. That's the wild card.
And man, that was the perfect statement, man. The real question of this fight, man, is how much does either fighter honestly have? I really question Kell Brook's heart at this point, and I question Amir Khan's heart at this point. I really think for both of them, this is purely money driven. So I can't call it, man. I have been hearing rumblings, and we have seen it be confirmed that Amir Khan is, I believe, being trained by Bomac. And he's over there training at times with Terrence Bud Crawford, trying to take a few tips and tricks from him to take into the Kell Brook fight. Again, with Amir Khan, I agree 1,000%, man. It always depends on, does Amir Khan get clipped? If he gets clipped, it's all she wrote, man, and that could be the end of the fight. Now, I will say this: I'm actually gonna lean towards Amir Khan, man. I'm gonna actually say that this is gonna be a fight where Amir Khan is gonna use his speed and agility, and I'm going to say that he's actually going to escape getting clipped by Kell Brook. Now, I'm not going to front you. If you would have asked me this question probably 3 years ago, I probably would have rocked with Kell Brook all day long. But because I feel like both fighters are faded, I actually think that Amir Khan has the quickness and the lateral movement to kind of bebop Kell Brook enough around the ring to kind of steal some rounds. And I
No
think
doubt.
this is the fight that if Amir Khan can guard that chin and keep from getting clipped, I think I could see him winning on the scorecards. Now, when Amir Khan says he's gonna knock out Kell Brook, now right there, I'd be utterly shocked, bro, if that happens. Because I don't see Amir Khan having no pop to put a Kell Brook out of there. If Kell Brook get knocked out by Amir Khan, The Kell
Well,
Brook really was faded. He was faded more than we ever thought. But
well,
I
the
can
thing,
see Amir Khan ended up winning the decision though.
the thing is, with Amir Khan, that you say that now, Amir Khan, he has blistering speed. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I think even with the Bud Crawford fight, is Bud Crawford hit him with something he didn't see. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He switched back from he switched the
Well,
southpaw,
Southpaw,
and
Southpaw. Mm-hmm.
yeah, he caught him with that jab. That what I'm saying, and it was a punch he didn't see. It was more so not
Oh, you
necessarily
talking
that it
about
was so
Kell Brook? You talking about the
powerful.
Kell Brook one? You talking about the Kell Brook
Yeah,
one? When he
yeah.
got Kell Brook? Yeah, yeah, Kell Brook
So
got it up.
Amir
Yeah.
Khan with his speed, he could actually blindside Kell Brook. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like he definitely had. I feel like he had the hand speed advantage
Hand
unless
speed.
he
Mm-hmm.
just slowed down a lot. So
Mm-hmm.
that'll be interesting to see. That's a good point you made. I think with that, if he catch him on the blind side, and that speed is too much for Kell Brook, it could. I can see a stoppage. I can see a stoppage.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I probably see him winning, because honestly, I don't know. Oh, it's a way to see. I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
I
Now,
didn't
now,
expect
now,
it to be, but as it get closer, because
right,
they had postponed it or whatever when the UK got
right.
shut down with the COVID, the Omicron or something. But I'm glad to hear this back. You put me on to the news. It was back on the map.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think I'm gonna be up. I'm gonna be up checking that one out.
Hey, now I got another question related to these two, man. Now, let's say um one of them wins in spectacular fashion, bro. All right. Do you feel like that victory would put them back in a legitimate contender seat in the welterweight division? Or do you think this is honestly a fight where it really doesn't matter how either of them perform? This is just a all UK fight for the money, and it's just a one-off, man. Or do you think a spectacular performance really puts somebody back in the game at welterweight?
This is what I got for that. Yeah, I got a perfect answer for that. So in regular circumstances, it'd probably be a no. You know what I'm saying? Unless they did crazy numbers. But
Mm-hmm.
being that we have a new welterweight on that side that's
Ooh,
actually coming
Mr.
up,
Bean. Right.
Conor
Mm-hmm.
Ben fight, because
Right.
he go a quote from Conor Ben. Now this was funny to me. He said he don't need a tune up. I don't need no tune up. He said we're looking at Adrian Broner, Robert the Ghost Guerrero, and who was the third person? It was a third person, bro. Robert the Ghost Guerrero, Adrian
Hey,
Broner.
hey, them sound like tune-ups to me, brother. Sound
Boy,
like
you need an oil change, tune up, muffler.
boy, all of it.
Boy, you need the
Everything
tire
on it,
rotated.
boy.
Hey, and the third person, I can't think of who the third person was, but it was all tune-ups, man. And it was
Man,
just
Robert
funny.
Guerrero, bro. He said Robert Guerrero.
Robert Guerrero, bro, straight up.
Oh man, and shout out
Broner.
to the Ghost, man. I
Shout out
love
to
him
Go,
as a
shout out to all
fighter,
them
man.
guys, man.
But those will be tune-ups. Those will be
they'll be in
tune-ups
the
for real.
third. I can't think of the third name. It hit me, but either way it go. So I feel like either one of these guys that win, that will save the day, because certain things that are going to comments when I see certain things. I like who's thinking like I'm
Mm-hmm.
thinking. Man, people are like, man, this man bugging. He bugging. All these guys tune up. So at least 2 out of the 3 was.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But I looked at all 3 of them like they wasn't like legit title contenders at this point.
Right.
But
Hey man, you bring up a
that
good
would be the
point
perfect
though.
fight for me.
Nah, you bring up a good point, man. This is a scenario where you hit that one on the head. Anybody over, but you know what I will say, even beyond a Conor Ben, bro, the reason why this could put one of them back just at least on the map as a contender is because what I will say about Amir Khan or Kell Brook, they have built up a solid name. They both had pretty decent boxing careers. So if either of them wins spectacularly and blows the other out, I could see either of them getting a huge payday, whether it's a Conor Ben over across the pond, or maybe even coming over here and fighting another a Jerome Boots Ennis, or a Virgil Ortiz. We got
They
a
ain't doing
couple
that.
of welterweights over here,
They
but
won't do that.
that also could happen, man. But that's a wrap